Hey ladies, welcome to day one. So today is going to be really simple and it's going to kind of just get your brain kind of thinking about your clients and keywords that your clients would be using. So this is different for every single industry. If you're on Facebook, if you're in a lot of entrepreneurial women groups for business, you're used to all the like girl boss hashtags and entrepreneur and real like everybody kind of uses the same language in that kind of niche. Is it niche or niche? Everybody says it different. So I want you to think about your ideal client, right? And I use ideal clients for marketing purposes. So it kind of gives you a really clear focus on who you're trying to target. And it makes it a lot easier when you're on these job boards and job sites, which we'll be getting into tomorrow a little bit. But today I want you to really think about who these people are and who you're trying to target, because you only really want to target certain people. Everybody has different budgets for managing virtual assistants for hiring. Everybody has different expectations in different industries and everything that they work in. So you want to really think about exactly who these people are that you really want to work with and who you really love to work with. And everyone will have a different target industry, right? Some people only want to work with small business owners. Some people only want to work with female entrepreneurs that own their own cupcake business, or everybody's got like different segments that they really want to work with. So I want you to get really clear on that person and that client for yourself and write it down. And then I also want you to come up with not necessarily hashtags, but if you've ever dealt with Instagram and you've worked with Instagram, you use a ton of hashtags to kind of draw those people in, and people click on the hashtag, and then you find more people that have used that hashtag, and that's a great marketing tool as well. So if you have an Instagram account, I want you to research a little bit and see what hashtags people are using in your industry, and where you can kind of translate that over into keywords on these job boards we'll be using. So a lot of them, like I said, are kind of more meant for social media marketing. You're not going to see a lot of them transfer over to a lot of these job boards, because it's kind of professional on a lot of these job boards, and social media, especially Instagram and Snapchat and all those kind of things, are really more fun and still great marketing tool. It's great for your business. But it's a little bit looser. So I want you to come up with at least 30 keywords that you think people that you're trying to target and people that you really want to work with would be using on these job sites. And just remember, they're going to be a little bit more professional and a little bit more structured. So for example, if I was a virtual assistant and I wanted to work with women entrepreneurs that had food blogging or were food bloggers or something, right? So a couple of keywords I could use would be like food blogger, blogger, entrepreneur, women entrepreneur, female entrepreneur. Maybe if you really want to get really specific, you could say, specifically a baker, or like a cupcake baker or something like that. You could say just blogger in general, food blogger. You could say, like, I think I already said that. There's like so many things you could just come up with. But you really want to take each word and just come up with a couple of different words for it, right? So blogger could be online entrepreneur, could be blog, could be blogging, could be blogger. See, so there's a couple of different forms of that word. Food, it could be foodie. Yeah, it's all about just brainstorming though, and just coming up with each word and just coming up with a couple keywords of how to kind of work with that word. But a great tool to do this on is Instagram. Like I said, you can type in food blogger, find a post that somebody did that is a food blogger, and see what hashtags that you're using. And some of them will transfer over. Like I said, they'll translate, some of them won't. But that's essentially what I want you to do today. It's a pretty simple task, and it just kind of gets you prepared a little bit. I hope you already did the pre-work that was posted in the group. Yeah, that's today's assignment. Pretty easy. Just kind of get all of those keywords together somewhere on a sheet. Also be thinking about your ideal client a little bit more. And we're going to use your ideal client for marketing purposes throughout this course. It's not going to be set in stone your ideal client. I kind of structure ideal clients a little bit differently in my business. And when I talk about them, I use them strictly for marketing. It's not a this is the only client you'll ever get to work with ever, and you need to write it down in stone and cement it. That's never how I ever want you to feel like an ideal client when you work with me. It's flexible. It can change. Because you think you want to deal with this, work with this person today doesn't mean you can't change that and work with a different person tomorrow. So just letting you know, that is what is going on today in the course, and I hope to see your responses soon. How this will be outlined again, the Facebook group will be posted on this site. You'll have a login on the site. The link will be right up on top. Each video for the day will be posted, as well as any notes that I have, and I expect answers to be posted in the separate private Facebook group. And then any questions you have, feel free to post them there too. So see you tomorrow for day 2. Bye.